You know, we say it all the time, I am this, I am that. But have you ever stopped to wonder, what is that I? What does it actually mean? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful meditation from Rupert Spira that gets right to the heart of that very question. So, let's get started. All right, so think about your own life for a second. You've probably defined yourself in, a million different ways, right? By your age, your job, your feelings, who you're with, what you're doing. But here's the thing. As we're about to see, all those definitions, they're like shifting sand. You know, for a long time, I am young might feel like who you are. It can feel like the absolute core of your identity. But of course, that's a state that's, it's always changing, isn't it?
Or how about a huge emotion, like being in love? When that hits, man, it can feel like it is you. That feeling just colors everything, and it becomes the main thing you identify with.
And it's the same for the tough stuff, too. The feeling of I am lonely can really sink its teeth in, right? It can feel totally all-consuming, like it's going to last forever. But just like every other feeling, it passes.
Heck, even what we're doing right this second can feel like our whole identity. You might be thinking, I am listening to this explainer. And yeah, that's true, for right now. But that's not the whole story of you, is it? Not even close.
So, this is where we get to the big question. If all of these labels, your age, your feelings, your relationships, what you do, if they're always changing, then what's the constant I that's been there through it all? What's the one thing about you that hasn't changed one bit since you were a little kid? Okay, to really get our heads around this, Rupert Spira uses this fantastic metaphor. I want you to picture your life and your true self as a movie playing on a screen. So just think about the movie screen for a second. It doesn't have its own color or story or characters, right? It's just there. It's this pure, stable background that lets the whole movie be seen. It doesn't care if it's a comedy or a tragedy. And in this analogy, that screen is your fundamental being.
So here's how it breaks down. On one hand, you have all the stuff on the left, your thoughts, your feelings, all the ups and downs and dramas of life. That's the movie. It's always changing, always in motion. But that pure sense of I am on the right, that's the screen. It's just always there, unchanging, the silent witness to the whole show.
And this is really the core idea. Your true self isn't just another experience you can have, like feeling happy or sad. No, it's something deeper. It's the underlying awareness that makes it possible for any experience to happen in the first place.
Now, this idea of a pure being isn't just some personal, private feeling. It's actually described as a universal reality, something that's been talked about for centuries, with a whole lot of different names.
So what are its characteristics? Well, for one, it's unlimited. It has no edges, no boundaries. It's also impersonal. And that's a tricky one. It doesn't mean it's cold, it just means it's not yours or mine. It's the same being that we all share. And yet, at the same time, it's the most intimate thing imaginable. It's the very core of who you are. It's seen as the one source from which everything, and I mean everything, comes.
And what's so incredible is that when you start looking, you see this exact same idea popping up at the heart of all the world's great spiritual traditions. I mean, look at this. Whether you're talking about the unity of the self and God in Christianity and Sufism, or the idea that your individual consciousness is identical to the universal one in Hinduism and Buddhism, they're all pointing to the exact same fundamental truth. Okay, so this is a really beautiful idea, philosophically speaking. But so what? How does this actually connect to our everyday lives? Well, this is where it gets really powerful, because it connects this whole understanding directly to two of our deepest human experiences, love and beauty.
So from this viewpoint, love isn't just some fleeting emotion. It's something much, much deeper. It's the actual experience of recognizing that same shared being in another person. That feeling of separation, of me over here and you over there, it just dissolves. And all that's left is this powerful recognition of oneness.
The poet Rumi put it so perfectly. It's not really about two separate people finding each other. It's about them realizing the unity that was there all along.
And the experience of beauty, it works in a very similar way. Just think about a time you were completely lost in a sunset or a piece of music. In that moment, where did you go? Your sense of being a separate person just kind of fades away. It's not me looking at the sunset anymore. There's just the experience, a moment of pure, beautiful unity.
So to wrap this all up, Spira actually gives a voice to this I am in a really beautiful poem. It's full of these fascinating paradoxes that are meant to kind of push us beyond our normal logical way of thinking. Let's just sit with a few of the lines for a moment.
This goes right back to the screen metaphor, doesn't it? The self is empty of any one specific quality, but it's the space that holds every single possible experience.
This is a big one. It's the knowing part of every experience. It's awareness itself. But because it's the one doing the knowing, it can never be known as an object. It's like you can't use your own eye to see your own eye.
And there it is again. The movie of your life is full of action, drama, constant change. But the screen, that pure awareness that is your true self, is always perfectly still, always at rest.
And so, the meditation leaves us with this final, beautiful invitation. It suggests that this I am isn't something you need to go out and find. It's already here. It's just a matter of turning your attention towards it, turning away from the flashing lights of the movie just for a moment and noticing the silent, ever-present screen that it's all happening on. The question is, what might that really mean for you?